Junior, maybe you can help the men understand what a girl wants. What do you think, like the basic, men and women, we want to, probably will never be able to, but we want to try to understand each other, right? So what are some basics that can kind of help the men out to get us started?
For what a girl wants?
Mm-hmm.
She wants to feel wanted. That I think is the number one. Other than, the feeling secure and all that kind of stuff.
So what are some ways that I can make a girl feel that?
Feel wanted?
It's not going to apply to all of them, fellas.
So, sending text messages to say hi or, checking on her, making sure everything's straight. Just, initiating a call or, attention, giving her, and it doesn't have to be like constant attention, just, I'll just think about you, whatever.
So not an everyday type of thing, maybe like
yeah, it doesn't have to be
once a week.
I wouldn't say once a week.
We got some busy men on this channel, man.
Let me tell you something. It takes 2 seconds to say, good morning, good night, whatever.
Hello, good night.
I would say like active listening. Like, let's say you looking for houses or something or whatever, and just out of the blue, your guy saying, "Hey, here's something I saw on real estate that's interesting." Even if he doesn't say anything in the conversation y'all had, it could be days later, and he send you something like that. It's like, oh wow, he's actually listening to me. Right? He's actually active, participating in, whatever I was talking about.
Are these needs too, or are these just wants?
No, I think it's a want. I don't think it's a need, but it's just a way to make a woman feel wanted or feel like you're present in the relationship. And then, always, if y'all are out and about, ignoring other women or, putting another woman in her place, or even putting a man in his place. Like if a man approaches your girl, you're like, hey, you talking to me? Something like that. Just things like that. Make the girl feel wanted. It's the little things. It's not like, I don't even, but that's for me. Some women want you to spend all your money and all your time. But as long as I know you're present in the relationship, I'm not going to need all the other stuff because that makes me feel secure.
What are some things that a woman would need? Like this is absolute. Like you have to do this. This would be like a deal breaker for most women.
It's hard because absolutely.
Yeah.
Trust and respect. Honestly.
Now, I understand that trust thing. Now, the respect, that's when it's like a little gray area.
What you mean?
Like,
I mean respect as in, some people cuss their women out or, beat them or whatever. I think respect goes a long way. I think respect as in understanding that, I don't know. I think respect as in maybe not trying to change her.
but women are supposed to, a wife is supposed to be molded into what the man wants her to be.
Absolutely. But I think that's a process. And it's not like gonna happen on the day.
Overnight, yeah.
So maybe it's respecting her growth or respecting being able to communicate about those things.
But let me ask you a question though, because I think that's like the hardest thing now. Most people do not want to change. Most women don't want to change. Most men don't want to change.
Right. That's unfortunate. People are so selfish.
It's a reality. But, and I'm not trying to, cover that, but for the most part, most of us have gotten comfortable and, have kind of like lived our lives kind of like by ourselves or whatever, and taking care of our own bills and everything. And so people are like, why the hell should I have to change? I mean, I've been over here surviving without your ass, so help me to understand why I should change. I think that's a problem for most men trying to get women to like not necessarily like bow down, but at least kind of like mold her into what he wants her to be.
Well, I think it has to do with your upbringing, and then it also has to do with what's out here and what's in the media. So when you see, I think the youngest generation, they're gonna have the hardest time because all they've seen is women empowerment, and what's being pushed on social media is, well, I don't have to cook, I don't have to clean, I can still, get a man or whatever, and just buy me, give me. If they're not showing what those women are doing on the other end, like, they can say, I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that, but I bet you if you flip off that camera and you turn around, there's definitely some things that woman is doing in her role as a wife or her role as a girlfriend.
So would you say that these women today are easily influenced by media?
Yes. But I don't think it's necessarily easily influenced. I think it's not having the knowledge from your upbringing, and then, or it's having the wrong upbringing in regards to if your mama was bitter and that's all she taught you. That's all you would know.
So here's the thing that I
I think
found.
it's insecurities too.
I think it's kind of strange, right? Like, it's like some women, I'm not saying all of them, but some women today don't put as much effort as they put into their jobs, into their relationship. Like, say for instance, they may not grew up, they haven't grew up, or they didn't get certain knowledge in school, but they are more than willing to put forth that extra effort to understand and get that knowledge for work. But they don't apply that exact same type of energy when it comes to relationships. Why is that?
I think seeing healthy relationships comes into play with it. And so if all you see is unhealthy relationships, then or I won't even say it like that. It has to do with the visual of seeing a healthy relationship and knowing how a relationship is supposed to be in order for you to work on that. But then it's also or whatever.
But they do it in work all the time, though, is what I'm saying. They'll push it or go that extra mile or ask certain questions when it comes to a job, but when it comes to relationships, they don't do that. Like, they understand, okay, if I ask these questions, whatever, I'm going to be promoted. Most women want to be married, so why don't they ask those questions and put forth that effort in order to get to marriage or, you know, a long-term committed relationship?
But like I said, they think that what they're doing is a good job. They think that how they're behaving, and they think that they think they know what he wants.
Right.
And so they already feel like, well, I'm doing all of this.
But here's the thing, so here's the little disconnection. They may think that it's the exact same way with their job, right? If they've been at their job for like a year or some change. If they're not getting what they want, then they'll be willing to ask their boss.
Well, jobs have reviews. Sometimes they have quarterly reviews, or and tell you where you're not strong at.
Come on.
That
Not McDonald's.
Hey, you different than McDonald's. Hey, man, you was late. You know what I'm saying? They tell you right, okay, I need to stop being late.
But you spend more time with that person, so why would you?
Asking the right question.
But most of them don't. They don't care. It's like they don't put forth that effort, that extra. Like, I see so many women going so hard when it comes to school, when it comes to work, when it comes to their kids. But when it comes to a relationship, when it comes to a man, I don't see that same energy as often.
Some of them don't care. Some of them think that they can do it all themselves, and then some of them think that they got other options, and that comes where they're valuing themselves higher than what they really are. Like me, in my thought process, I'm like, okay, my face pretty much looks the same, my body pretty much looks the same. So it's like, I had to realize, okay, there's a different way. I'm older too. I got kids. And you know, I wasn't actually factoring all that stuff in. So
Yeah.
but I was like, some people just really don't care. They just, and either work or they don't, because they always think it's gonna be somebody else out there.
Or it ain't until they hit the wall until they actually sit back and really take a look at what they had. You know, potential husbands. I don't want to bring up the Lori Harvey situation, but I think it's safe to say I don't think she's going to get a better guy than Michael B. Jordan. Seriously, I really don't. He's going to value her. Like, out of all the guys she done had, I'm pretty sure that Michael was probably the best guy she done had. We ain't gonna stay on that topic too long. I'm actually gonna do a separate video about that once we get back. But yeah, so what are some things that women would like to know about? Like to know about men to help them, you know, get a better understanding of men or whatever. Calm down.
Say that one more time.
I'm pretty sure some things that women want to know about men or whatever to help them get a better understanding. What are some things like you have free reign to ask any question right now? And I gotta be completely honest. Like, why do some guys or why do most guys act this way or think this way? Forgive me, fellas. If she asks a question that I got it. No, I'm just gonna whatever you want to ask. Feel free.
Why is it hard for guys to commit?
So, I think sometimes women think short term, men think long term. So, I don't think it's hard for a man that knows what he wants to commit. I think it may take him a little bit longer to commit if he's trying to get certain things out of a woman. He's not getting those, but he wants that woman to be the woman, you know, to spend the rest of his life with, or whatever commitment. If it's, you know, just a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship or whatever. I think that most men have in mind what they want from a woman. And if she is willing to give me this, cool. If I think that she has potential to reach this, then okay, cool. For some men. That's why I think, you know, some relationships can be dragged out a little bit longer. And I've seen a lot of men that I went to high school with, been with that girl for, you know, 5-10 years and then married and in a committed relationship. The whole entire time, it was just, I think it was just that I need to see this in order for me to get down on one knee. I need to see a certain change. Something that I'm honestly not willing to put up with for the rest of my life. But if she's showing me that she's willing to work on this, we can go ahead and make that happen. She don't need nothing to say.
I don't know where mine around the house. I ain't wearing them no more. I like them. The little baseball shirt.
Did it answer your question, or you got any pushback or something that, you know, you still don't necessarily agree with? Or?
No, I mean, I'll take that.
She says she'll take that.
I'll take that.
Take that. But that P. Diddy on the one, take that.
Far from the door, though.
Yeah, we got a little bit of walking. We got
Wait a minute, that's
yeah, well. You know, I done dug it out. We're going to park beside this Benzo. Oh, yeah, so anything else that you want to ask before we get up out of here?
What am I asking? Like men's behavior?
Anything that you would like to ask any man right now to help women get a better understanding for how men operate.
Why do men feel the need to be financially stable before marriage?
Because whether most women want to admit it or not, most women, I'm not gonna say they want a man that's at least stable. You know what I mean? That's stable, that's good with his money. Women are high purpose. They're not gonna admit it. They're not gonna admit it. But you still want a guy that's gonna be able to sort of kind of like take care of things. And you're gonna need money for that. We gotta be honest, man. You're gonna need money for that. It's not, I'll tell you something, y'all not checking for them broke dudes that ain't doing that with themselves or that's bad with money. That's another problem that you have to worry about that you don't want to have to worry about. So I would say, and then I think a man, period. I mean, man, listen, any man in his right mind is not trying to bring a woman into a bad situation. Not a woman that he honestly cares about and that he loves. Like, I want to make sure that I'm straight. So we gonna be good. We gonna be straight. Our children gonna be good. And you can't help no damn body if you can't help yourself, first of all. So if you're not in a good space, man, I don't think anybody else around you, you know, are gonna be. I think that's more. If I can answer that.
But I mean, some guys, their thought process for how much they need is far-fetched compared to reality.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this, man. You know, I don't think you need $100,000. I don't think it's a number. I honestly don't think it's a number. Again, when I talk about like having money, I talk about being stable. Like not having a buttload of debt before you get into a marriage that's going to eventually lead, a relationship that's going to eventually lead to marriage. Because once we get married, we become one. And again, a man does not want to bring a woman into the picture and I got all this doggone back. No, I'm going to take care of this stuff first and then I'm going to bring you on board.
Financial literacy.
Absolutely. shit.
is it?
That's a lot of them. Hold on now. I was only giving you one, but go ahead.
Okay, this is the last one. So
Really,
men
really.
can go out here and cheat,
Nope.
talk to other women,
Nope. They can't.
be secretive.
They can't.
They can have, all these issues, and a woman will stick by you through it all, forgive you. And let's say a woman does one thing, and the man lets her go. Why are y'all so judgmental?
So I'm gonna say this now. When you think about a penis, it goes inside of a woman. So technically, you can just wipe that off or whatever, and put a condom on it. It's good. I'm joking. I'm joking, man. I'm joking, but for most men, like all jokes aside, for most men, if a man knows that anybody else has been in there after me, most men are like, we're territorial, man. We don't want anybody else touching, going inside of our fit. You know what I mean? That's my fit. And once somebody else touched that, that's it, man. That's done. But I'm gonna say this: I do not believe if you are in a committed relationship that you should step outside of that relationship at all. Like if you commit to somebody, then man or woman, I feel like you should never